Hi everybody, I'm Randy Ridings, and this is the Quadyak Coast to Coast. In 2013, my father and I built a human-powered amphibious Velomobile. In 2018, I started a trip from the West Coast in Oregon, headed towards the East Coast. This playlist is a series of videos that will detail that trip. Each video will cover about a 10-day 200 to 400 mile leg of this trip. I'm glad to have you with me and hope you follow along to the end. So it is Thursday, the 19th of July. That is mile marker 296 right there. This is where I loaded up the Quadyak on the RV trailer. All right, riding the last 10 miles into Idaho Falls. Say hi, Jonathan. Hello. That's Jonathan. He came to ride with me. Gave the Quadyak a lift out to where I ended the trip before. And now we're on our way in. Head up to the Idaho State Police Barracks, see if there's any of them around, take a picture, and then head out 20 to 26. All right, well, we went by the Idaho State Patrol office and got my picture taken, and Jonathan and I are hanging out by Snake River. All right, Thursday the 19th, I pulled into an archery range to ask them if there's a place around to camp, and they're like, yeah, our backyard. So I'm in their backyard. Today I did about 29 miles, got just almost to Ryrie. All right, Friday the 20th of July, day 45. About to go into Wyoming. My route, Hoback Junction, Farson, South Pass, out across the desert, Casper, and then into the river. Coming out of Ryrie, look what I found. A nice little bike trail that takes me up to the highway. It's like my capacity for liquids and food and sleep are just about infinite at this point. 26 miles to Swan Valley. One of the ladies said that if I make it there, the ice cream's on her. And I really just want to make about 10 more miles and position myself at the beginning of that bad stretch. Get all set to hit that stretch real early in the morning. So right up here somewhere is a rest area. Okay, there's the Snake River, and pretty much that way is Idaho Falls. That way is Casper. Well, I've been here for hours. I have been messing with this bottom bracket, and I can get it to give me the bottom two gears, and it won't give me the top one. I'm coasting at about 15 miles an hour, threading this gap. I don't know how much room I have on both sides, but it can't be more than a couple of inches. Going over the Snake. Well, I forgot to film it before I ate it. It was square. Mint Oreo. Let's go to the Rainy Creek store. And the lady was true to her word. She bought my ice cream for me. So it's 7:27 p.m. and 90 degrees. I pulled into a little place, found this. There's a little bar up there. RV park, mobile home park. The reservoir ought to start about 5 miles. Alpine's in 24. By the time you get to Alpine, you're out of the reservoir. July 21st. That's a Saturday. It is before 6 o'clock. That is a big old storm cloud, and I think it's coming this way. And I'm not sure I'd be wanting to ride on a road with low visibility and sharp corners and steep hills in the rain. Okay, with waiting out the non-storm, puts me on the road about 6:45 in the morning. I bet there's people out there that are just going, what in the heck? This guy has like blue skies every single day. And they're not wrong. Blue skies and tailwinds. And honestly, I've rode through like 2 headwinds. I've had 2 days of rain in 45 days. Now I've had heat, you know, I mean, I've had 100 degrees and high 90s a lot. I've had a whole lot of flat tires. There's the damn store with a bicycle powered lawnmower. And that is a 6-wheel amphibious vehicle. Oh, and dead ahead is a Palisades Dam. Get near the top, So Snake River down there, we're on the dam essentially, and Palisades Reservoir. So these are the sections I really didn't like. It's guardrail with no shoulder. Not happy with the road, but I'm happy with how it's going so far. Can't even see the dam back there anymore. I'm miles past it. One of the things that I need to do, invasive species check station, because I will be getting into Wyoming. Okay, I'm pretty sure I see alpine out there at the end of the reservoir, and I was hitting 24 miles an hour down that hill. Just coasting speed, 18 miles an hour. I love coming into towns from above, where you can see them in the distance and you know you're getting close, and also you know they're below you, so it's mostly downhill. I am 20 feet away from Wyoming. I can see the little blinky sign down there for the inspection station. 2 states down, and I think right at about 1,000 miles right now. Rafters, and I'm listening to the rafters down there yell. Pulled into a little boat ramp. Kind of seemed like a shame not to at least come down to the Snake River. Got some power. So I got 3.5 hours to make probably something like 13 miles. So I think I'm just gonna go for Quadyak campground. Now this will be about the last I see of the snake. And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure what's coming in right over there is the Quadyak River. All right, Quadyak Junction. And now heading up Quadyak Canyon beside Quadyak River on south 191, 189. It's about 8 miles to the campground. This is gonna be a little steeper than what I've been doing. At 5 miles an hour I can make it. Not sure I can make that on this road. This is why I rejected this route. Came in from Jackson, turned up this, went to the campground in the RV, and then when Brian from Bill's Ride and Run, Bike and Run, told me about it, I came back and I drove the whole thing, and yeah, this shoulder just gets better and better and better. Well, I'm at 7 miles. I'm crossing the Quadyak, and I know the campground is on the right side with the river on the right. There's the sign I've been looking for. Campground, 1/2 mile. Well, this is one more reason why the scouting trip was a good idea. And I'm in for the night, and I am not going to be in a hurry to wake up tomorrow. It'll be cold in the morning. I'm going to let it warm up a little bit, let me warm up a little bit. Hey, cooking with Randy. So I'm going to do some rice and fish soup. Good morning. Sunday, July 22nd. Yesterday I rolled over 1,000 miles. I made it to Wyoming. Had a pretty big day, and I made 58 miles. I was out here looking at the creek and had a hummingbird come up and challenge me for territory. There's my friends from Missouri. Yay! I was taking out their little campers. Thank you! All right, leaving the campground, Quadyak campground at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad.
I just,
a lot going uphill on that thing.
yeah, it weighs a lot. Don't have a goal in mind today at all. I know I've got a lot of climbing to do. Just leaving Cozy Campground, which was right at 5 miles from Quadyak. 8 miles from here is Bondurant. 32 past that is the Daniel intersection. So I'll hit Bondurant, take a break there, then do 20 out in the desert and camp out because it's all national forest land out there. The roads that are here follow the, you know, the early roads through here, which pretty much follow the wagon trail. And the wagon trains followed the early settlers who were on foot and the trappers. Those trails have been laid down by the Indians. They were following game. They were laying down trails in what ended up being the easiest way to go through something. So really just following buffalo herds through these things. Like that South Pass was probably laid down first by herds of animals who just naturally filter to the easiest way to get through something. All right, entering Bondurant, Wyoming. Population 100. So on this space of about a half an hour, the wind shifted 180 degrees. It's right in my teeth now. The branding iron in Bondurant, and I'm taking me a break. I think I'm still hungry from yesterday. So I stopped, had hamburger, sweet potato fries, piece of pecan pie, coffee, lemonade. So far today I've done like 18, and there's just dispersed camping all over, and up here I can use it. It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm in my tent. There's a prologue to Sunday the 22nd. My neighbors came over and invited me over for breakfast in the morning, coffee and eggs and sausage. So and I accepted. Good morning. Monday, July 23rd, day 48. The inside of my tent is wet from condensation from me breathing. It is quite chilly. I doubt this will show up on film, but I got about 10 or 15 bees. I don't know, chasing me, riding with me. All right, leaving Daniel Junction. This is where 189 South and 191 South split. So I'm like 11 for Pinedale, 12 after that to Boulder. I'm gonna go to Pinedale, take another break, only because I've been planning on going to Pinedale, taking a shower now for like a week. From Boulder to the Farson Junction is 36 miles. I'm not gonna make that today, but I might get about halfway there. Still have like 4 miles to Pineville, but I can see it down there. I should have like 4 more miles to go to get to Pinedale. This is their bike path. They've done this to a lot of towns in Wyoming. Again, they spent oil and gas money. All right, leaving Pinedale, Wyoming, headed towards Boulder, Wyoming. So leaving Boulder. So, and I got 2 hours of sunlight left. I'm not even the beginnings of being tired because it's been such a downhill day. I'm at 47 miles. And I'm like, okay, I wish there was like 6 more hours of sunlight today. I'd just keep riding. And once you get out here, it's just this stuff. Nobody can tell me whether it's private land, public land. And there's gonna be stuff like that. You know, if I pull into something like that at sundown and leave at sunrise, nobody's gonna care. So, a cool shot of my shadow. All right, I think I've pushed my luck enough. The sun is touching the horizon. This is the old highway. Parked Quadyak out here. July 23rd, day 48 for 11 hours, and I did 55 miles. Good morning, July 24th, day 49. I'm in my stealth camping spot. It's not too stealthy now, the sun's up. 36 miles from the Farson corner, and that's where I turn to head towards South Pass. And there's gonna be more cold nights. Going right over the tail end of the Rockies. I'll be up at some elevation. Not gonna push on those days because it's just thousands of feet of elevation. So I walked down to the road to see just how good my attempts at camouflage are. The Quadyak is quite well hidden. The tent, obviously not so much. The thing I got to kind of watch out for when doing stealth camping stuff is being really noticeable. You know, if a biker does it and he gets kicked off somebody's land and gets yelled at by the rancher, the story later is, oh, some biker camped on my property. If I do it, it's, you know, Randy Writings with the Quadyak camped on my property without asking and trespass. I'm just trying to not make a bad reputation for myself while doing this, but honestly I don't think anybody would care about this. Even that farmer would come in and go, no, I didn't block my gate, nice. You know, I mean, I think even state troopers or anybody would go, well, he did everything he could to get off the road, and which I did. And I think most people would appreciate that. So this part, that's sand draw in, and there's a Sinclair gas station back there. Here we go, Big West Oil Field Services, Boulder, Wyoming. There we go. Why do you want to find convenience stores first thing in the morning? Porcelain. I'm gonna leave it at that. Well, I came out and I probably would have just hopped in this thing and gone. Guy drove by and said, "You don't get a flat tire, don't you?" And I did not know that. Sage, sage, sage. Okay, pond, sage, mountains, mountains, sage, 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 sage. Oh, Quadyak. And I'm at the top of a hill and I can see the top of the next hill. It's a ridiculously long ways away. I'm going to go on record saying I think that's 5 miles. Okay, approaching the top of the hill. Started at 18.6 and 23.6. 5 mile from the top of one hill to the top of the next. A 10 to 12 mile leg today is 2 hills. I'm 10 miles from Farson Junction, and I'm pretty sure I can see it out in the distance. So far the route in Wyoming, we came in at Alpine, came up to Hoback Junction, came over to Bondurant, down to the Daniel Junction, to Pinedale yesterday, Boulder, and down to Farson Junction right there. Now I've got to turn back northeast and go over South Pass, elevation 7,660, but I'm right now at 6,580. Span there, which is about 24 miles, I estimate. You only go up 1,000 feet. But then it drops down, it goes back up, and drops down, it goes back up. There's 3 really big hills through here. And then you get into Lander. Well, actually from that intersection to Farson is 68 miles. So I've done about 40 today. From outside of Boulder to Farson, and I'm gonna head up. If I can get up in here, then that will position me to start tomorrow and maybe make a couple of these big hills and then camp somewhere. This is all national forest out here, so I can camp very easily out there. All right, leaving Farson Junction with 41 miles today. Right down there on the left, I see a brown sign on a road going in. So I think big open parking area. Sun's red's rising now. 58.4 miles for today. So Squaw Road number 4106. So this is just a Forest Service road. So this is a legitimate and legal camping spot. Morning. Wednesday, July 25th, day 50. Anyway, it's about 6:30 in the morning, about 7 miles from the Continental Divide. Still always amazes me how warm and dry it can be in this tent, and then you open it up, it is cold out there. 7 miles from Continental Divide, from South Pass, and then after South Pass you have 2 more big hills, 55 miles from Lander. But I wanted to show you guys. So South Pass, there's high stuff, high stuff, high stuff, low, 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 high stuff, high stuff, high stuff. So South Pass is out through that. I am starting to breathe kind of hard. I did not hit my inhaler this morning, and I haven't hit the oxygen yet. The parting of the ways marks a fork in the trail, right to Oregon, left to Utah and California. Okay, Continental Divide, elevation 7550. Alright, I'm right at 35 miles, which means I should be just almost right on the border of the National Forest. I found a little place to pull in here. I'm here for the night. So I can get to probably Lander, Riverton, Shoshone all tomorrow. And that will probably end it for Wednesday, the 25th of July, day 50. Good morning. July 26th, day 51. It's 8:30 in the morning, and I just woke up. Now to dry everything, dry the tent out, but everything really came through the night pretty dry, even though I had multiple rainstorms come through. It is warming up so fast, which means it's probably going to be a hot one today. So if you've ever wondered just how changeable mountain weather can be, I got up at 8:30, it is now 9:30. If your clothes were damp, you were in danger of hypothermia an hour ago, easily. To, I feel myself burning from the sun now. All right, on the road, slightly after 10 o'clock, from the far northern edge of the Shoshone National Forest, 24 miles outside of Lander. There's one canyon here they call Red Canyon. It's all red rock, and it's gorgeous. And I think it's got the steepest hill of all of them. Well, I decided to take a break. There's a little rest area here. I came whipping this thing. I came in and had to do like a circle to kill speed. That's one of the reasons I pulled over, is I'm going to check the brakes and let them cool down for a little while. So, the Red Rock Canyon part, and you can see the road. There's a 7% grade for 4 more miles. You can see the slope going up here, and then it'll and then do it again, and that's what I've been going over. And I'm back in the area where there's like a million grasshoppers. Whoa. It's sometimes almost like a horror movie. So Lander, population right at 7,500, elevation 5357, which means it's 2,000 feet below South Pass. So I have a few kryptonites, and Thai food is one of them. I pulled into a gas station just to fill up water and stuff, and they had Thai food here, so I am going to have some lunch. The other thing I got is Thai iced coffee, which is fantastic. So that is crispy fried avocado with cream cheese. I've never had it before. It sounded so good. I forgot about this little town. There's Hudson. Population 458. I see a band of green down there, and I'm heading towards something called Riverton. And the thing about a town called Riverton is it's probably on the river. So I think I see my valley I'm headed to. Approaching Riverton, and the bike trail. Nice. 52 miles in 9 hours 11 minutes. So, Parson, South Pass City, Atlantic City, which I bypassed, Lander today, Riverton today, and then tomorrow Shoshone will be a rest break, and then maybe as far out as the rest area there, although I can't camp there. Okay, leaving Rumors Motel, Riverton, Wyoming. Okay, July 27th, day 52. So for the third time this trip, I got a motel room. It had rained on the night before, and it was gonna rain last night. Well, I just left one store that's open in Shoshone. Yeah, it's gonna be 97 miles of pretty much this. I am literally dozing off. I was like slowing down and caught myself just falling asleep on the side of the road. So I've rolled over 40 miles in 8.5 hours. I keep thinking the wind will die in the evening. I keep hoping the wind will die in the evening. Sometimes it dies off in the evening. Die, wind, die! Yeah, this is not great, but I mean the sun is down. Right as the sun sets, I'm going to pitch my tent. So 48.3 miles today. Good morning. It is Saturday, July 28th. This will be day 53, but I need to get up and get going because I really probably shouldn't be here. All right, I got up at 6:17. It is now 6:42, and I'm ready to go. I'm layered up. I got 3 layers on top as my thighs and calves get bigger and stronger. The rest of me is just getting weaker and punier. I've really probably lost 30 pounds of fat. So everything else is atrophying, and it looks really bad. I'm only doing one thing. I'm only doing one exercise, and the rest of the body's kind of suffering for it. We're coming into Highland, about 14 miles. So the rest area is in 6 miles. So what I'm climbing now is a long spur off the Rockies. Right around the rest area or Waltman, you go to the top and you get the downhill run. down to Casper. All right, I made it here to the rest stop. I made breakfast. I filled all my water stuff. The wind has shifted to that direction, which is Casper, Wyoming. I'm gonna get on the road and take advantage of it, and then it is downhill with a tailwind to Casper. I am happy. I think I'm making Casper today. You know, if I can hang at 10 miles an hour average, which I know that sounds like a lot for me, but downhill with the wind, it's not. It dawned on me I'm probably absolutely jinxing myself by saying stuff like that. I take it back. Downhill cruising at 20 miles an hour. Just a couple of percent grade, but it's just enough. This is Powder River, Wyoming. I've done 35 miles in 7 hours. So I'm averaging 5 an hour, but I was averaging like 3 this morning. So I've done the last 12 miles in 1 hour exactly. That's a huge storm cloud building right in front of me. Yesterday I did 49.6 miles in about 11 and a half to 12 hours. And today I just did it in 8 hours and 30 minutes. I hadn't noticed something till just now. 60 miles, 10 hours and 4 minutes. I'm pulling into the Natrona County International Airport. Well, you know what they say, any airport in a storm, it is coming right at me. So I'm in the lobby, and I'm just gonna hang out here for about an hour. United ticket workers up there took pity on me and gave me some ice cream. A lot of ice cream. Just a note, if I saw somebody in an airport hooking up wires to all kinds of crazy stuff and eating 4 ice cream sandwiches, I would call security. Alright, well, there's the storm, and it has passed. Alright, that's 70 miles in 12 hours, 35 minutes. So I am going to break my record today. The most I'd ever done was 74 on the trail of Coeur d'Alene. I think I'm on the right trail. Been weaving through town trying to find the trail, but that is the Platte River. This one kind of goes through town. Okay, I just hit 75 miles, which makes this officially the longest ride I've done. I did 49 yesterday, which means that within the last mile, I also beat my 123 mile 2-day record. Good morning, July 29th, day 54. Oh, so yesterday I finished up at my host family's after dark. Jared came down and actually found me and led me in the last couple of miles on the city streets, which is great, in the dark and trying to read maps while I was trying to go up hills. And yesterday's mileage ended up being 84.4 miles. It was pretty late when I got here. They had company and everybody wanted to ask me a million questions, and we're talking and they're giving me food, and finally, like, people are yawning and I'm going, man, I was like okay, I think it's bedtime for everybody. Like, so now it's like transition day, like repacking the Quadyak, and then I'll be leaving it here and I'll be driving ahead, I think, to Ogallala, Nebraska, because I think that's the next place I can get a bus back to here. I'm just shy of 1,400 miles in to the trip because of yesterday's 84 mile. Join me in the next video where I post the next leg of this trip. You can also follow along on the Quadyak's Facebook page and check out my other Quadyak videos in the other playlist that shows how we built it and other trips I've done with it. I filmed about 100 hours this summer of this trip, and I'm not even done yet. If you want to see all of it, you can visit my Patreon page, or if you just want to support me and the trip and my videos and future projects, please check that out. Put a link below so you can find that and support me. I hope you do. Thank you very much. I'm Randy Ridings, and this is the Quadyak Coast to Coast Trip.